Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor. Wanted to show you this. Folks, it is happening, okay? Introducing next building block of on-chain markets. We're partnering with DBS Bank, and this is Franklin Templeton, to establish repo markets powered by tokenized collateral and stable coins. Investors will be able to use RLUSD to trade for Franklin Templeton's money market fund, SG Benji, tokenized on the XRP ledger and listed on DBS Digital Exchange, earning yield and opening new liquidity venues. Okay, check out this section right here. Digital asset investors typically allocate directly into public blockchain native tokens such as Bitcoin, Ether, and XRP. This may expose them to inherent market volatility of cryptocurrencies while earning no yield on their portfolios. To enable clients to manage their digital asset portfolios more nimbly in response to rapid changing market conditions, DBS, Franklin Templeton Tokenized Money Market Fund, Franklin Onchain US Dollar Short-Term Market Fund, alongside RLUSD. In the next phase of these partnerships, DBS will explore helping clients unlock liquidity by using these tokens as collateral. Potential use cases including either obtaining credit from bank via repurchase transaction or third-party platforms. DBS, folks, I wrote it right here. This is why I keep saying stay focused on keeping your XRP safe for now. The yield and being able to borrow against your XRP will come from every direction soon, but it will be from every regulated direction after the Clarity Act. And it's not just the Clarity Act. What we're waiting on, and most of them they probably already have these products in the works like this, but the kind of institutions and the kind of firms that I want to work with to get yield or borrow against my XRP, I hadn't seen it yet. I'm waiting. I am not going to risk my XRP because once you have regulations in place in the United States, these products are going to come from every single direction. But I haven't waited this long to just put it with somebody just to put it with somebody because, oh, there's a yield, I'll go grab that. No, not me. I've been here too long. I've seen too many disasters. I'm not doing it. I'm waiting. Now, I think this could start happening sooner rather than later. But I haven't seen it. It's gonna, for me, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not a financial advisor, but for me, I'm waiting for major companies to be involved in some of these products and services before, and that explain to me all the risks involved, all of the how am I risking my XRP? How am I risking having a margin call if I'm borrowing against my XRP? I want to know exactly where the risk lies before I do any of this stuff. I've been in this for 10 years. I've seen people say, oh, I can get yield. Oh, I can borrow against it. And they jump at these things, and it's scary because I've seen that kind of stuff. I will tell you when the water's safe to go in my opinion. And it's not yet. So this is why I keep saying stay focused on keeping your XRP safe right now. I'm keeping mine safe in two places. iTrustCapital is one of my partners. This is one of the places I've had, and this is another thing, longevity. iTrustCapital's been around since like 2018, folks. I've had XRP at iTrustCapital since 2018. It's in institutional custody. I don't worry about it. I don't lose sleep. If some random hack is announced tomorrow, I'm not worried about my XRP at iTrustCapital. I got sick. I worried about that for 10 years. You can go to iTrustCapital.com/XRP Army. If you'd like to open an account, you can open an IRA account. You can even do a 401k rollover in part or in full to an IRA account. You can also send your XRP into their premium custody account. And they even have a $100 funding bonus on new accounts. I've got the promo code here. I haven't looked at the promo code in a while. It is XRP6. I don't know if it's always been XRP6, but you can go check it out. Now, yesterday, I don't do many interviews, but the guys at Black Swan Capital, I've been very impressed with them. They run one professional show. In fact, I was sitting there watching their intro while I was there, and I was like, wow, my channel is so Mickey Mouse compared to what these guys like these guys are doing. And I'm glad that some of these younger guys have done so well, and these guys are so smart, so nice. And they said the XRP reset isn't speculation but a blueprint. And these guys are some of the guys like myself and Brad Combs who saw the bigger picture early on, and we've been criticized for years, attacked, criticized, you name it, for years, for talking about things that weren't just green candles and cartoon monkeys. And by the way, the sound got cut off on this video right as they started talking about the Federal Reserve. I said here, you won't be able to say there weren't signs. While crypto is focused on cartoon monkeys and green candles, many of us were called wild and crazy conspiracy theorists for looking at a much bigger picture. Here's to the guys like Vandal, who could see and had the guts to ignore the criticisms of the ignorant. Lock in. There's my toast. This is Jack McDonald talking about the DBS Franklin Templeton announcement. He says, repo transactions volume is well into the tens of trillions globally. Nearly 12 trillion in the U.S. 2024 itself. DBS, Franklin Templeton, and Ripple will together enable the first ever repo trade for tokenized money market fund with RLUSD, regulated, stable, and liquid mode of exchange. That right there is called liquidity, folks. Burn XRP, burn. XRP's burned on every transaction in our RLUSD. So I pulled this clip. This is from Vandal back July 22nd. All right? No, September 18th, 2025.
Do you have any thoughts on that, on the debt refinance cycle that's been going on since 2009?
Going into 2019, we had a synchronized global slowdown occurring. There was a repo crisis, and that's the plum. Repos are overnight lending between banks and the Federal Reserve, and that's the plumbing of the system. And that started to unravel in the fall of 2019, and then lo and behold, COVID magically came along, and this crisis allowed and gave central banks and governments
never let a crisis go to waste, right?
License to spend like drunken sailors. So Federal Reserve printed money, and the U.S. government spent that money. Again, printing money doesn't really matter until it gets into the system, and that was via the fiscal deficits that exploded and the free money that people got during COVID. That created, for the first time, actual inflation. The inflation since 2009 prior to that was asset inflation. This created actual goods inflation. And then the Federal Reserve went on its unprecedented monetary hike cycle, the fastest rate hike cycle we've ever seen.
There you go. Check this out from Neats Bucks. Ripple just met with the U.S. and U.K. government on crypto cooperation. The block reports that the U.S. President and U.K. royal family meet. UK, I want to go down to here. UK Chancellor Rachel Reeves, U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent discussed collaboration during a meeting on Tuesday. Bank of America, Barclays, Circle, Citi, Coinbase, and Ripple. Cassie Craddock, Managing Director of UK and Europe at Ripple, said the planned cooperation has potential to set a template for international cooperation in our industry in a statement sent to the bloc. With its dynamic economy, deep capital markets, extensive talent pool, the UK has been one of the world's leading global financial centers. You folks, come on. Let me translate all those documents and videos people have been finding in the XRP community for the last 7 years showing Ripple working with governments and financial institutions globally were real. We were called every name in the book but stayed focused. We were right, and now the show is about to begin. The show is beginning right now. And we're at a $3.12 XRP. There's $4.1 trillion in the market. This hadn't even, I mean, we're right there at the beginning of the beginning, folks. I've never been more excited than I am right now regarding my XRP. And of course, the Fed chairman lowered interest rates by 25 basis points yesterday. What a buffoon, by the way.
Good afternoon. My colleagues and I remain squarely focused on achieving our dual mandate goals of maximum employment and stable price.
Okay, let's not waste our time listening to that. There's too much more. Today's the day, folks. He tweeted this last night, Nate Garachi, the ETF guy, launching tomorrow first ever Doge ETF, first XRP ETF offering spot XRP exposure. At some point, there's going to be a supply shock for XRP, folks. I can't remember the exact figure. I want to say somebody said there was in available supply, like, is it 6 to 9 billion XRP? That could be wrong. Don't quote that. Then we've got a statue of President Trump holding a Bitcoin spotted in Washington, D.C. And then here is Patrick McHenry, who was in Congress. Then he went and became like an advisor at A16Z. He's also the chairman of Ondo Finance.
The president's proclaimed that the United States will be the crypto capital of the world. Those are serious things. What we should think about is how we match our capital markets, how we match our finance world to this new asset class. You've seen major legislative action from my time in the House to moving forward to Chairman French Hill's activity that he's continued and built upon. There are bigger pro-crypto majorities in this House of Representatives, as evidenced by the stablecoin legislation that the president signed into law, and now market structure. What we need to do is prevent crypto from becoming like Wall Street, that too big to fail institutions get bailed out by the taxpayers. That means we have to have a clear set of rules and so that we can allow this new innovation to take hold.
Yes, sir, and we're going to get them. Look at this from Charles Hoskinson. Great meeting today, XRP Nation. Ripple folks did really well, as did A16Z. A lot more work to do, but great progress is being made on bipartisan legislation being passed this year. And here's a picture of him. I don't know if that's AI. I think that's a real picture. I don't know where it came from, though. Brad Garlinghouse and Charles Hoskinson. That should be one great partnership. And then here's Monica Long. She's in front of in front of Congress. That's an interesting trip. I love going to D.C. By the way. I took my oldest son when the youngest was a baby, and we didn't take the baby, or I think he was a baby. And then I took my youngest son about a year ago to D.C., but I love D.C. And then we've got this. Just another thing that we were all right about. First, she meets with Paul Atkins to discuss the Clarity Act. Now she's meeting with IMF chief economist. The change has come. They're about to adopt a new standard that will move trillions daily XRP. IMF has been involved with Ripple XRP since 2016. And I added a video here. I'm not going to play this. I'm going to just go into the group from here. But you ought to watch this. This is the IMF chief economist talking about the importance of stable coins. You know, RLUSD, built on the XRP ledger. Of course, he doesn't name it, but it's in play. And there will be others in play that are built on the XRP ledger. Those Euro stable coins that are coming. Okay, I got a lot more, folks. This is a good day. Today is a good day. Go to DAIXRP.com to join the Patreon. Click below any of these videos to join through YouTube, or you can hit the subscribe button on X. You'll get the full video plus the extended video with no commercials. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Away we go.